My name is Bill Mosley, and I'll be your instructor for this course. It's the spring of 2025, and this is our syllabus. The syllabus is a liquid syllabus, which means it's all on a web page, but everything you need to know about being successful in the class is right here. I'm in my 27th year here at BC, and in that time, I've been a professor, I've been an administrator, and I've even worked in a technical role as a classified employee. So I've been here a long time. Actually, my grandfather worked here for 35 years before that, and so BC is kind of a family legacy for me. I have 7 kids and 1 grandson, and my oldest is 26 years old, and my youngest is 13. So we've got a big family, and it just keeps growing. And the one interesting thing about my family is that everybody is a swimmer. All of my kids are competitive swimmers, and my oldest actually went to Olympic trials in 2016. So we take swimming pretty seriously, and you can find us out at the pool most nights. Um, I have been interested in computers as long as I can remember. When I was young, and video games were just sort of becoming a thing, um, I got my first video game system, and I immediately fell in love with video games, and I haven't stopped loving them since. But I very quickly became interested in creating my own games and creating graphics and writing programs, and I just developed a love of all things technical, but especially computer programming. And so that's kind of how I got into computers. And it also sort of shapes the way that I teach the class. In this class, there will be no tests. Your entire grade will be based on your performance on several projects that I'll have you do. And those projects will be difficult and fast paced, but they will be doable because I will give you lots and lots of support, lots of great resources. For if you're a face-to-face student, you'll have the in-class time, but you'll also have lots of lectures online and lots of online resources as well. So if you want to be successful in this class, I have a few tips for you. The first thing is try to keep up. The class moves at a fast pace, especially the 8-week classes. And if you fall behind, then it's really hard to catch up. The other thing is to communicate with me. If you're confused or if you need help or if you are falling behind or if you have some kind of family issue or something that requires you to miss class or something that takes up so much of your time that you can't keep up, if you communicate with me, then I can help you out. I want you to be successful. And the third thing that I would say to be successful in the class is to actually do the work. And that sort of seems like a silly thing to say here at the beginning of class, but I know the temptation is there, especially when things get difficult or when things get challenging or if you fall behind in the class. Most of the answers, quite honestly, to the problems and the programs that I ask you to write can be easily found online or even created using something like ChatGPT. The problem with that is that at the end of the class, if you're successful in the class, then we're all saying that you know how to do computer programming, at least on some level, right? We finished the class, you got an A or whatever. But if you don't actually know computer programming, then we've all kind of missed the mark in terms of you getting something out of the class. So I would highly recommend that you avoid the temptation to find those answers out there online. In the Comp B10 class, especially, I have an automated TA that you can ask questions to, and it will give you lots and lots of good feedback on your code, lots of good tips about the class, but it won't give you answers. So maybe use that to start with. Use some of the resources that I gave you, but avoid just looking up the answer. Because if you do that, especially early in the class, then you're going to cheat yourself, but you're also not going to learn what you need to learn in order to do well later in the class. So those are just a few tips to get started. Just know that I want you to be successful and that I'm here to help you be successful in the class. I'm looking forward to a great semester, and please reach out and say hi or introduce yourself or Just drop me a line if you have any questions. But I look forward to interacting with each of you throughout this semester. Have a great day.